So we're going to start out today doing something called Romberg's test. Romberg's test is a neurological test to see if you have a posterior column injury or lesion. And it's something good to check in because it happens over time too. So you don't have to have like a brain injury for this to go wrong. Aging is a property in this. But one more thing that doesn't get talked about in the literature as much is if you stop practicing it, it goes away too. So we're going to practice it. We're going to put our feet side by side and touching. You're going to cross your arms and you're going to close your eyes. And we're just going to stand. And I should probably time this, but I'll estimate it. We're going to stand for about 30 seconds with our eyes closed. And I want you to notice if you start swaying, if you start going off balance, if you have to uncross your arms is a big thing. So if you suddenly find yourself uncrossing your arms, that's called the positive Romberg's, and it's saying that there's something going on with your posterior columns towards your cerebellum. And just see what it feels like. This should not be hard, especially all of you are healthy. But see what it feels like. You know all the tricks to this. We're going to go over this twice. Once now and once later. You know all the tricks. You can tighten your abs. That helps a lot too. And we're almost done. And you guys have done an amazing job. No one's falling over. And okie dokie, open your eyes. Now we're going to get the second half of the test. You're going to take your left foot and put it in front of your right foot. It's like you're walking a tightrope. So it's exactly in front. It's like almost in front of your toes. Cross your arms again, close your eyes. You should be able to hold your balance. So the reason you close your eyes is it takes out the visual balance component. You have to go into what's called vestibular and proprioceptive balance. You have to feel it, and your ears have to be able to compensate it. And you're not relying on your vision. Notice if you're falling to one side more than the other. Ooh, abs are nice and tight. And good. We're going to switch sides. Left foot, right foot. Get your balance first before your eyes close. And then close your eyes. See how your balance feels like. She's here. Let me tell you, you guys stay. She's in here.
Okay, got it.
Hold that balance just for a little bit longer. Keep your eyes closed, even though there are a lot of sound distractions. Abs are nice and tight. And then good. Come back onto 2 feet. So you guys did really well. And this is a neurological test. We've got a crazy dog in here. A neurological test to show that your nervous system is intact. So we have no more excuses for falling over all the rest of class. Yay! All right, so here we start. We've been talking about, for the last few weeks, athletic ready posture. We're going to continue to look at athletic ready posture. Oh my goodness. See? Wolfie's demonstrating athletic ready posture. You're going to put your foot on the block, your heel's going to go down, abs are nice and tight. And what we're going to make sure is the lower extremity can do what it needs to do because the lower half of our body is doing shock absorption. So we're going to start out here. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to pump your hips forward. Oh my goodness. There's a crazy little dog in here. Athletic ready posture dog. Okay. Pump those hips forward. See what it feels like to stretch out your gastrocnemius. Feel the stretch. Feel the lengthening. Make sure there's no pressure in your low back. It's a simple stretch, but it does reveal a lot of things about how we stand and what causes pain in our body. Okay, we're just going to switch sides immediately. Feel what this side feels like as Maria joins us. Feel what it feels like to stretch out this side compared to the other side. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. No pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, that actually means you need to push your hips further forward. We're going to look at some stability today, not a lot, and that we usually save for Tuesday, Thursday, but we're going to look at it a little bit today. We're just opening up this calf muscle. Okay, we're going to switch back. Now we're going to make it into a more functional movement, not just forward, backwards. You're going to take it into a hip circle. Try to keep your head still, because we've established all of you had what's called a negative Romberg, so there's nothing wrong with you, unless you got lazy and you use your vision for balance instead of your body. Okay. Opposite direction. Really open things up. Okay, good. We're going to switch sides. So functional stretching doesn't have to be this terrible thing that everyone talks about. We heard a lot about people's complaints about stretching. Oh, I'm awful at it. This feels terrible. This is stretching. It doesn't always have to be something that looks like yoga. It's something that lengthens the fibers of the muscles that need to be lengthened. Opposite direction. Abs engaged. Again, no pressure in your low back. If you feel pressure in your low back, your hips need to come more forward. Okay, switch again. As we now work on the soleus muscle, we're going to go into a squat. Squat, squat, squat. This is that athletic ready position. We have to be able to lower that up, the lower half of the body and lengthen the upper half of the body to be an athletic ready position. And we should be able to do it on any surface. So if you have an uneven surface, you should be able to do this easy peasy. Abs nice and tight. Feel the stretch on your left soleus as you do this. And I like what you guys are doing. You're getting your arms in athletic ready position, like you're trying to catch something or protect your head.
10.
Okay, and we're going to switch sides. Obviously, we're progressing into something. Okay, abs nice and tight. And watch the alignment of knees over tops of your feet. Keep breathing. So we're keeping our head still because the goal of the riding reflex is to keep the head still and to be able to maintain balance. And that's why we did that Romberg's test, to make sure nothing's wrong with you at the beginning.
10.
Okay, good. Come back to this side. You may want to bring your roller off to your right side. You're going to take your left hand, grab a hold of your right foot, and you're going to bring your knees together. We're going to squat again. Bend and straighten. Abs are nice and tight. Suck that tummy in.
10.
Okay, then you're going to rock your leg forward, rock it back. Make sure your thighs are rubbing. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see your legs out here. I want to see them right against each other. Suck in that tummy.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Watch that alignment, knee over top of your foot. We're gonna immediately, what did we do? We grabbed this, we grabbed the foot back behind us. Our knees are together and we're gonna squat. Make sure that knee goes straight forward, straight back, and it doesn't go medial or lateral. Sucking that tummy. Abs are engaged. We're working muscles, so you're working your quad and your butt. You are not working joints.
10,
Okay, swing that leg forward. Swing it back. Your thighs are touching. Smiles are up. No dancing. No spraining ankles either. No getting cramps. Good. We're going to switch again. We're doing a lot of lengthening of the calves because, as you saw last week, it's involved in athletic ready posture. Okay, in this position, you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee. Ooh, maybe easier with the roller over to this side, left side. Oh, we're going to stretch out our glute max and our calves simultaneously. Watch the alignment, knee over top of your foot, chest is up, abs are engaged. Sucking that tummy.
10,
Lower down a tiny bit deeper. We'll do this for 5 seconds.
5.
Okay, switch sides.
Clearly Michael's tight on that side.
Yes.
He's trying to stretch it out.
Watch your balance, knee is over top of your foot. Oh. We're gonna lower down, chest is up. Hi, Ufaveda. She's really good at staying just out of the camera's view. Sometimes. Sucking that tummy.
10,
And then lower your butt down a little further for 5 more seconds.
one.
Okay, good. We're gonna reassess stance. So move the block aside. You don't need your roller for this. Feet are parallel, going in the same direction. Knees are slightly bent, knees are turned out. We're gonna work that athletic ready posture. You're gonna be springs on the lower half of your body. You're gonna be lifted in the upper half of your body. Head is over top of the body in the riding reflex. Abs are engaged. Just see what it feels like to squat down and then come up, because this is being athletic and ready. Make sure those knees go forward, they don't go medial, and they don't go lateral. See if you can get a little lower each time you go down. And it should look like you're setting up to do standing broad jump. Can you believe that used to be an Olympic event?
10,
Okay, good. We're gonna come all the way up. We're gonna stretch counter. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna rock side to side. We're gonna open up extension of the spine, of the hips. Suck in your tummy. And good. We're gonna continue to opening up that upper half of the body as you do a forward fold with your roller. Stretch long like you're diving into the water in the upper half of your body. You should make a nice 90-degree. Look at Maria. She's creating a nice 90-degree legs to back. You guys keep stretching.
Keep your pelvic floor, your lower abs engaged. Keep breathing. Keeping the shoulder blades down and back, elongate your neck.
And then you're just gonna walk yourself back up nice and tall. And you're gonna counter stretch in the opposite direction. Keep your abs engaged to protect your back. And then we're going to come back up to stance. We're going to do a pretty fundamentally basic stretch here, but it's good to do every once in a while. We're going to go hips, shoulders width apart. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. You're just going to take your left hand over top of your head. You're going to stretch. But what we want you to do is elongate through the left side of your body, activate your abs on the right. You're going to reach down at the same time you're reaching up. You're like trying to reach for a suitcase and for something on the top shelf. So really elongate that left side of your body.
Try to keep the weight on both feet even, hips squared.
Yeah, it's really easy to park it all on that left leg. Okay, switch sides. Reach for a suitcase, reach for that item on the top shelf. Weight is 50-50 through both legs. You're opening up the right side of your body.
So try to bring that armpit closer to your hip on your left side.
And then breathe. Smile up. I'm gonna come back up again. You're gonna lock your fingers back behind you. You're gonna pop that chest open. Stretch, try to arch your back, but keep your abs engaged. Now, move your head and neck around. Jaws relaxed. Remember, nothing in the human body has a single function. So as you're doing this, you're opening up lymphatic flow to your thyroid, your lungs, your thymus, your brain, your heart, all the lymphatics to your upper body, and your breast and your chest.
Opposite direction.
Keep your abs engaged. This is where stability starts. And good. Take your right arm behind and grab your left elbow. So you're grabbing it behind you. Abs are nice and tight. You're just going to move your head and neck around again. Keep your abs engaged.
Opposite direction.
I've kind of been doing random, but that's okay. Okay, switch arms. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. Notice if it clears out your ears, because it does open up the eustachian tubes and opens up the nasal pharynx, so it can start drainage out of the ears and sinuses. Is that about the same? Not yet? Okay.
Not yet.
Guess which side Maria's tighter on.
No, I'm Connie. Okay.
Okay, good. Just shake out both arms. Oh, Wolfie's joining us again. Okay. So we're gonna come down in a kneeling now. We're gonna head to the ground. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in that tummy. Just feel what it feels like to bend your knees, because this is a big part of athletic ready position. Can you bend your knees? So just feel what it feels like to bend your knees. Feel what it feels like to increase circulation to your knees. So we've talked about before, knees are basically avascular. There's not a lot of blood supply to the knees, so it's dependent on movement, but complete motion, because it works through the synovial system. Okay? Just keep doing that. I'm going to grab some blocks. You're going to lean back now. Abs are nice and tight. We're just going to do sit-ups. You're going to suck in that tummy and then release. Suck in that tummy and release. Wolfie's like, what's going on here? Suck in that tummy, release. Suck in your tummy, release. Just feel what it feels like to change the shape of your body. She's all, oh, I was thinking, this is awful high up. And good. Now curl your toes under now. Same thing. You're just going, oh, stretch out those toes. Oh, stretch. Oh, those are tight. So you don't want to feel excessive pressure in the metatarsal heads. Those are the knuckles of your toes. You want to feel it in the plantar fascia and the Achilles tendon. So if you feel excessive pressure into the metatarsal heads, really push your heels back. Suck in your tummy, release. Suck in your tummy, release.
She says this is not a good position.
Doesn't look comfortable at all.
Okay.
Okay, good. Come back up. We're just going to do it again. We're going to cycle through this. You're going to rock, lift up your knees this time.
Lift up.
She thought, I'm out of heels. Okay, curl those toes back underneath you. Oh. And lean back again. It's amazing how much low back pain you can get from tight feet, how much neck tension. Wolfie. Okay, good. So we're going to continue to rock out the feet. You're going to stay in this position as you just now straighten your legs and then rock, roll over the top of them. Just go back and forth. Just go back and forth. You're articulating the feet. You're trying to make them do a nice round action that you should be doing when you're walking. Try to engage all of your toes and all parts of your toes. Is that 10? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're going to finish in a squat position like this. Just hang out here, let your blood pressure regulate. We're going to do a little stability work here. Okay, abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy, spine is straight, no pressure in your low back. You're going to stay low as you take your left foot off the ground. You're just going to balance. We're just doing it for 10 seconds. No pressure in your low back. Keep this knee bent, knee is over the top of your foot. Good, switch sides, stay low. This knee is bent, knee is over the top of your foot. Work is in your butt, it's in your abs, your quads, but it is not in your low back.
10.
Good. Now, You're staying low. You're gonna bend that leg and extend it behind you off of the ground as you extend your right arm, left arm, and right hand back behind you. Stay low.
I'm carrying the football.
Yes, she's a quarterback. Watch the alignment, knee over top of your foot. Stability.
10.
And then back together.
Switch sides.
Right leg goes back behind you. Left arm back, right hand forward. You should feel the pressure and work in your butt and your quad, not in your low back. Breathing, silent. Abs are engaged. Hold that balance.
10.
Good, come back to center. We're gonna be much more upright. We're still staying low. Abs are nice and tight. You can put your hands and stick them up. You're gonna balance, bringing your knee to your chest. Ooh. Watch the alignment, knee over top of the foot. Ten.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Stay low. Hold that balance. Watch the knee alignment. Whoa.
10.
Good. Hands on your knees. Knees are bent, butt sticking out, abs are on. You should have felt no pressure in your low back. Okay, from here you're locking out your legs, crossing your arms, and we're going to hold a forward fold. What are some things we should be looking at, Mark?
Keep the arches of your feet lifted, connecting through the inner thighs. Engage your pelvic floor, connecting to your lower abs, bringing that pubic bone closer to your belly button. Relax your neck and shoulders. And just breathe.
Okay, from here, bend both knees, come into a squat. Just see what it feels like to squat. No pressure in your low back. Okay, we're gonna come to the ground now. Legs are pointed, we're gonna use our ball. This ball, medium-sized ball, foot ball. It's gonna go underneath your booty. We're gonna take out some of the things you were doing by accidentally stabilizing with your butt instead of your abs. Ball goes under your right butt cheek, or sorry, left butt cheek, left ankle over right knee. You're rolling out your booty. If you want to make it more interesting, pull your heel in. If you want to make it even more interesting, pull your left knee in with your right hand as you roll out your butt. Suck in that tummy. See what things feel like. Abs are nice and tight. Oh. Okay. You're gonna straighten your left leg. You're gonna hold it in the air. Abs are engaged. Just feel what it feels like to now counter it with balance and stability. This is from your abs.
Wolfie's wondering what we're doing.
And then cross your leg over top of your thigh again. Roll out your booty. Just feel what it feels like to open up this muscle group. We're opening up major muscle groups for the specific intention of seeing if it affects balance. For the positive or the negative. Okay, we're gonna switch sides. Same thing on this side. You're rolling out your butt cheek. If you want to make it more interesting, pull your heel in. If you want to make it super interesting, pull your knee to your chest as you're rolling out your butt. Jaws relaxed, abs are engaged. Whoa, almost fell off the ball. Keep your abs engaged. So your arm goes back behind you. We're gonna take that leg out. We're gonna take the arm out. It's contralateral stabilization. You're gonna bring it together. We're gonna ignore Maria. Suck that tummy in. Okay, recross that leg. Just deepen everything as you roll everything out. Jaws relaxed. We're going to reassess that forward fold in a second. Okay, good. Come off the ball. Forward fold. Notice if you're closer to your toes because we've opened up the glute max. So a lot of times what people think are tight hamstrings is actually a tight butt. And then we're going to counter this. Your ball's going to go in the small of your back. I have to move the microphone. Okay, what you feel as you tip backwards will tell you a lot. If you feel it in your low back, that means you use your psoas muscle. If you were to feel it in the front of your hips, that means you use your iliacus muscle. But if you feel it in your abs right here in the front, that means you did the right thing and you used your abs. Rock from side to side. Keep your abs engaged. Keep breathing. And good. Go ahead, sit back up again. You're gonna move that ball off the side. We're gonna use a roller. Get up. What are you smiling at, Wolfie?
I got a big grin this morning.
What have you done? So we're gonna roll out the quads now. You're just going to roll out the front of your quads. And as always, if you feel anything, pain or tenderness, bend and straighten your legs, see if you can break it up. You can do this one-sided, or you can do it on both legs. It doesn't matter. Just roll everything out. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, get it. Anything that feels sore, move around on top. Oh, sorry, Mario. Sorry, Mario. I kicked Mario in the head. Right, Wolfie?
God.
I will turn on the AC.
And I will move to a safer location.
Keep rolling it out. Get anything out that feels sore. I'm going to be careful of Maria's head because that's feeling sore. Okay, because this is all working on athletic ready posture. So come back into kneeling. It should feel a whole lot easier to kneel. We're going to get the next piece that's associated with the quads, but it's really not. It's the iliotibial band. And we're going to go after those specifically. as we roll out the side of your legs. And as you do, you're gonna bend and straighten your leg. As you feel anything painful, that means that leg should be moving the whole time. Just be careful of Maria's head. Just feel what it feels like to roll things out. Okay, and then now we're going to do the opposite side. You don't even have to get up. Not a moment is wasted. Roll it out. Bend and straighten in any place that feels sore. Oops. I have to fix the microphone. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. And the avoidance of bending and straightening is going to tell you how often you do not go into athletic ready posture during the day because you're avoiding something, an ache or a pain or a discomfort. Okay, come back into kneeling, and it should feel one heck of a lot easier to kneel. Okay, now the roller will go underneath your shins. We're going to roll out the shins. This is working on a muscle called your tibialis anterior. This is associated with stomach channel and worry and woe and overthinking. So we're going to get all of those features out of there. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're going to go more weight over the top of the hands. We're going to do a little stability work here. You're going to take this leg out back behind you and you're just going to hold. Keep your abs engaged. Try to keep your hips centered. Pelvic floor is on. Second chakra is on. Lower abs. Third chakra, your upper abs are on. We're just hanging out here.
Keep extending through the crown of your head, reaching out with your toes and your heel.
Switch sides. Create that same sense of stability. Keep your ab engagement. And
extending out with the crown of your head, long neck. Pulling the shoulder blades down and back, reach back with your heel and your toes.
This is posterior stabilization. And come back into kneeling for a split second. Breathe a few times. It's just a good thing to do whenever there's transition. Like Maria and I are transitioning into a new house, so we have to breathe constantly, especially when we see boxes that can't be moved anywhere. More so Maria than me. Okay, we're gonna go in that same position again. Your left leg goes back behind you. Your right arm goes out in front of you. We're creating contralateral stabilization on the posterior aspect of the body.
Continue to extend with the crown of your head, reaching back with your heel and your toes.
Abs are engaged.
Keeping the neck elongated.
And switch sides. Left leg or right leg back first. Left arm.
Keep reaching out with the crown of your head and the tip of your fingers. Extend out with your heel and your toes. Long lines. Elongate the back of your neck.
Abs are engaged. As you come back into kneeling, we're You're gonna kneel up tall. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. You're just gonna take your hands over top of your head. We're gonna stretch back. Work that extension. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. You're gonna lay on your roller lengthwise. As Maria throws her roller at me in revenge for kicking her in the head. Okay, so we're gonna start out with our kneeling position. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Get up.
You said lie on a roller.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting it. Everyone's sitting up. I goofed, okay?
See? Everybody's following instructions.
Okay, you're gonna bend one knee like this. We're gonna stretch the quad on your left side. Abs are nice and tight. Once again, only go as far back as it feels safe. So if this is as far as you get, that's fine. But once you do hit your maximum, cross your right ankle over your left knee. If you can make it all the way down like Mario is, good for you. If you can't, good for you. Doesn't matter. Get as far as you can get down comfortably. Oh. We're gonna hang out here and stretch out the rectus femoris. Very important in athletic ready position, but upright posture in general. And if you can't do this, it means you cannot bend your knee. And if you can't bend your knee, you have angular momentum problems, which is going to cause an unintentional limp, which will lead to a problem because of altered biomechanics. Okay, we're gonna sit back up, or if you're flexible enough to stay where you are, that's fine. You're gonna take your right leg back behind you. We're gonna stretch. So go back as far as it feels safe. If it's only here, that's fine. Whatever your maximum is, cross your ankle over the top of your knee, and then just chill out for a while. Abs are nice and tight. Don't let any pressure go into your low back or your knee. You're stabilizing both your low back and your knee with the proper muscular groups. And like I said, if you can't bend your knees, you're gonna have an angular momentum problem, which creates an unintentional limp because of altered biomechanics.
Good job.
Yes. It's like those statements after car ads. Keep breathing.
Or the disclaimer after prescription drugs.
Yeah, exactly. And in some cases, death. What? About the same.
Yeah.
Okay, both feet flat on the ground. Abs are nice and tight. We're gonna see what it feels like now. If you feel pressure in your low back, that means your abs shut off at some point. If you feel pressure in your knees, that means, well, it means your quads were super tight. Because you shouldn't feel any pressure in the knees because this is non-compressive load onto the knees. We're gonna continue here one leg at a time. This will work stability, both hands on the ground. You're gonna straighten and bend your right leg. You're leading with your heel. There should be no pain or discomfort in the right knee because it's non-load bearing. So if you do feel pain or discomfort, figure out what muscles you have to tighten up. There's only 3 groups. It's your calves, your hamstrings, or your quads. Those are the only ones you could do to stabilize the knee. So it's not much to think about. Switch sides. Same thing. Notice if one side was easier than the other. A number?
8.
Oh my.
10.
Okay, now that you're all proud of yourselves for doing that, take both arms into the air. Okay, hold both arms in the air. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Your right leg goes in the air. We're going to do the same thing over again. Lead with your heel. Ooh, hold that balance. If you want to challenge yourself, close your eyes. Because it takes away visual balance and goes into what's called proprioceptive balance and vestibular balance.
Okay.
Okay, good. Switch legs. Keep both hands in the air. Notice that one side's easier than the other. This is both stability, flexibility, and coordination.
Okay.
And everything down. Breathe. Take both hands over the top of your head. Abs are nice and tight. Just see what it feels like to lengthen through your arms. So it's interesting to see NFL football player referees at the beginning of the season where they have these tight little touchdown symbols, and then by the end of the season when they've done enough games that they've opened up range of motion and stability, their arms start going over the top of the head with a really dramatic touchdown. So start the season by having touchdowns look good at the beginning. Okay, take your arms out to the side like you're giving someone a really big hug. So open up your pectoralis major. Just notice if you're breathing and start. Just let gravity do the work. If you're flexible that this is not a problem, good for you. If you're tight and you can't touch your hands to the ground, good for you. You are where you're at. Keep those feet parallel, knees over tops of your feet. First, second, third chakras are on. Jaws relaxed. And you're breathing. Gently. No, changed my mind. Go ahead and put your arms down to your sides. Abs are nice and tight. See if that created some tension in your shoulders, which it shouldn't have. It should only feel like stretch. Keep your abs engaged. You guys keep breathing. I'm gonna come off the roller to bring you guys home, because you guys have done an extraordinary job. Just feel what it feels like to have an elongated spine, your head over the top of your pelvic floor. That's the first path of athletic ready posture. Then the second piece is your feet are parallel, your knees are over tops of your feet, and your knees are bent, so you're athletically ready to move. But more importantly, you're in your center. Athletic ready posture means muscle activation in your center, so you can react to any situation smoothly and beautifully. That's why in every sport, every martial art, whether it's a simple sport like, well, I wouldn't say it's ping pong simple, but something not as grueling, say as football, ping pong, everyone has an athletic ready posture. So in our day-to-day life, we want to stay as close to an athletic ready posture as we can. So like when we're doing the dishes and simpler tasks like that, so we don't injure ourselves. But we stay closer to our center and we stay closer to meditation. So feel what it feels like to breathe and connect. Like I said, I've been struck by this TV show on Netflix called Snowflake Mountain. But one thing that they talk about consistently in the show is what's the opportunity? What's the lesson? Instead of running away, getting angry, going into resistance, you immediately look at, well, what's the opportunity? I have the opportunity to learn something about balance. I have the opportunity to work on where my balance isn't so good. I have the opportunity to work on flexibility. And then what's the lesson? The lesson is I'm not as flexible as I thought. I've let balance get away from me to the point it almost looks like I have a neurological disorder. And then if you can look at life like that, and it gets less punitive, it gets less hard, it gets less resistive. And then you transition through things and you can find another place along with athletic ready posture, which is surrender. And surrender does not mean defeat, not by any means. It means you are just relaxed and there is absolutely no resistance. So feel what it feels like to breathe with no resistance, in complete surrender, in your center, in athletic ready posture. Like we said, you guys did an amazing job. And on behalf of Maria and me, I would like to say thank you for being here, sharing your time, sharing your energy, having the willingness to try these crazy things that we do, and look at the crazy thoughts we bring up. We appreciate you so very much, and namaste.
Namaste.